All right, and happy Monday evening to all of those out there in social media land. I'm Andre Hayden. I'm your host for tonight for this great conversation we're going to have talking about the great wealth transfer. It is my honor and my privilege to be before you all tonight. You can be anywhere in the world right now doing what you do, but I want you all to take this moment, the next 30 minutes. I want you to take it very seriously. I want you to grab a pen and a piece of paper. And I want you to take copious notes because we're going to have a wealth conversation tonight. We're going to talk about the great wealth transfer, how to multiply your money every single day, just like the banks do, right? This is not something that I came up with. In fact, this whole concept, this whole industry has been in existence for well over 2,000 years. You heard me correct, over 2,000 years, yet over 98%, over 99% of the world population, we're talking about 8 billion people on planet Earth as we speak, do not know that they can actually multiply their money right from the smartphone, right from their laptop, right from the computers, the tablets, the iPads, just like the banks do every day. We're going to reveal that information to you tonight. So I want you to take everything I'm going to share with you very, very seriously. All right. So grab a pen and paper. You can also go to www.alerts4cash.com. That's alerts, the number 4, cash.com. Make sure you jot that website down or get back with the person who invited you to this very important conversation tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in unprecedented times in America and across the world. All right. We have experienced things that we probably have never experienced in our lifetime. I can clearly remember some of those really shaky moments like 9/11 in 2001. For those of you that were alive and can remember the impact that had on our American economy, on our conscience, our safety, and just the overall picture of what's going on in the world, right? I know you can remember that, right? That is engraved and engrafted in our hearts and our minds forever. That's in the history books, okay? I know you can remember 2008 when we had the Great Recession, when nobody saw it coming, when we started seeing banks close left and right and major corporations closing and millions of people who lost their homes through foreclosure because of the Great Recession, and how the government had to come in and literally bail us out, so to speak, right? With trillions of dollars through money that they had to print, if you will, and create out of thin air through our Federal Reserve System and our U.S. Treasury to get us back on track. And now here we are in the year 2020, once again with a major issue, the global pandemic and the economic downturn that has happened as a result. In fact, we now have come to understand that well over 80,000 businesses have closed its doors for good around the globe. And that's actually, I think that's just in America. I need to check that stat on that. But over 80,000 businesses have closed their doors for good. 80,000. I want you to let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen. All right. We have seen major corporations like American Airlines lay off tens of thousands of its employees. We have seen industries shut down simultaneously all across the globe. The music industry, the travel industry, the hospitality industry, the sports industry, right? I mean, these are unprecedented times. So, you know the old saying, desperate times calls for desperate measures. So we want to talk to you tonight, not to put fear in your hearts, because we all know what it is. We know what's going on. It's right in front of us. But the question now is, what do you need to do, right, to prepare, to protect, to increase your situation financially, to improve your own personal economy? How do we rebound from this and get into a better situation so that when the next pandemic, the next economic downturn occurs, will be prepared, right? And so we know that these are cyclical events. The economy moves in cycles, right? We have up times, we have down times. There's nothing new about that. We can go all the way back to the Great Depression in 1929, almost 100 years ago, and think about what was going on in the minds of the people when the stock market crashed in 1929. But let me tell you, folks, the information I'm going to share with you tonight, right, is a wealth strategy that has been in existence for over 2,000 years, such to the point that the people who knew about this strategy, even during the Great Depression, even during the economic downturns that we have seen time and time again, they continue to get richer and richer and richer. And those who don't know about the strategy continue to get poorer, poorer, poorer. The gap between the haves and the have-nots are starting to widen. And it's all about knowledge. And that's why I want you to take notes and take what I'm saying to you tonight extremely seriously. So it is my privilege and my honor. I'm very humbled to be able to share this information with you. And I pray that you take it seriously and that you seek to get more information so that you can take action so that you can improve your own personal economy. Where is this great wealth transfer, right? Where is it at? Andre, what is this great wealth transfer that you're talking about? And how do I gain access to it? Well, we're going to talk about that tonight. That's the great information I want to share with you. I'm going to give you a wealth secret, a wealth strategy that the banks have been using for decades and centuries. You now will have that information after we're done tonight, okay? So grab a pen and paper if you have not, because it's very important that you take notes, copious notes on what I'm sharing with you. And more importantly, go to the website that you see at the bottom of the screen, www.alerts4cash.com, alerts4cash.com. Where is this great wealth transfer? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we know where it's at. There's three things that I want to share with you tonight. That's very important. All right. I want you to remember what I'm saying to you. Okay. All right. And this is not, a call to panic or anything like that. I want you to understand that the dollar bill that you and I have been accustomed to using, this little piece of paper right here. And if you look at your dollar bill, it says Federal Reserve Note, right? Note. A Federal Reserve note is a debt instrument, all right? Look at the back of your dollar bill. Pay attention to what's really going on, folks. Look at the front, right? For those of you that's been around for some time, you might remember when we used to have what we call silver certificates and gold certificates. In other words, every dollar bill that was printed in this country was backed by 1 ounce of silver and or 1 ounce of gold. Well, those days are long gone, folks. As of 1971, President Nixon signed into law to do away and abolish the gold standard. In other words, the US dollar is no longer attached to anything of tangible value. So our purchasing power that we were accustomed to having is dwindling and dwindling and dwindling every day. What used to take only $1 to buy back 20 or 30 years ago, it now takes about $10 or $20 to buy. All right. So we want you to understand the laws of economics. We want you to understand how to multiply your money. That's the first thing we want to tell you. That's very important. Because the dollar is losing value, and we're seeing our government and our Federal Reserve banks and our central banks printing more money that has no tangible value, it then ultimately reduces the purchasing power of this dollar. So what do you need to do? You need to multiply your money faster than the depreciation of the dollar. Let me say that one more time. You must find a way to multiply your money to outpace inflation. That's the first thing. The second thing I'm going to share with you tonight is to get out of debt as fast as humanly possible. When I say debt, I'm talking about credit cards, car loans, student loans, mortgages, you name it. Anything that's not producing an income or cash flow for you is considered bad debt. right? It's a liability, not an asset. Some of you might even argue with me, say, well, Andre, my house is an asset. Really? Is your house bringing money or income or cash flow into your bank account? Yes or no? Oh, Andre, I've got $200,000 worth of equity. Once again, is that equity producing income for you? We're not talking about the value of your home, okay? We're talking about cash flow. Cash flow. You must have cash flow. So the second thing you need to do is to get out of debt as fast as humanly possible. And the third thing I'm going to share with you all tonight is after you've gotten out of debt, and as you're getting out of debt, and as you're multiplying your money, you must, hear me now, you must acquire and accumulate as many tangible income producing assets as humanly possible. All right. All right. What do I mean when I say tangible income producing assets? I'm talking about things like real estate, like land. I'm talking about things like uh, um, uh, um, private placement memorandums that you probably never heard of. This is where the wealthy have conversations about all the time. Private placement. You're not going to hear about these type of investment opportunities in normal conversations, right? You got to be in a certain level of income, right, economically, to have that type of conversation, right? We're talking about tangible income producing assets, things that make you money. Those are the three things I want to share with you tonight. So we're going to get into how you can multiply your money, right? We're going to talk about how to multiply your money, to tap into an industry that has been in existence for over 2,000 years, where the banks literally take your money, okay? The money that you put into your bank account, your checking account, your savings account, your money market, your certificate of deposit, whatever you have in your bank right now, please understand, ladies and gentlemen, the banks are taking your money and they are multiplying your money. They're using your money to make money. Does this make sense to you? All right. If it's making sense, you can go ahead and put a number 1 in the chat box. You can just nod your head, even though I can't personally see you. I want you to understand the power of compound interest, right? We're talking about every time you put your money into a bank account, whether it's direct deposit or direct deposit through an ATM, or if you're driving through your bank and you're depositing your check from your paycheck, right? Whenever you deposit money, that gives the bank the power, right, to make money with your money. You understand? The banks are taking your money and then they're lending it back out in the form of credit cards, car loans, student loans, mortgages, business loans, personal loans. But when they lend you that money, when they take our money that we're putting in our bank accounts and then lending it out, they're not lending it out for free. They're charging compound interest. You guessed it. That's right. They're charging you interest on money that you gave them in the first place. All right. That's one of the ways that banks make money. The second way that banks are making money with your money is through this powerful industry I'm going to share with you tonight. That's right. Every bank has the power to take your money and use it in the most powerful financial market in existence, the largest financial market in existence. Well, what is that market? Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about the foreign exchange market. All right. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it before. Until I was exposed to it, I had never heard of it before. I didn't know it existed. And most of us don't know because no one has ever told us. Well, guess what? Yours truly is sharing it with you tonight. So after tonight, you can no longer say you don't know what the foreign exchange market is, because I'm going to share with you what the foreign exchange market is and why you need to be a part of it, why you need to be able to participate in this great wealth transfer. Let's get into the meat of the matter, folks. Let's go ahead and start and talk about this right now, because it's very important for you to understand that right now, millions upon millions upon millions. Remember, there's over almost, if not 8 billion, probably more than 8 billion people on planet Earth right now. All right. That's a very large amount of people. It used to be where we only had 2 billion people on the planet, but over the past 30 plus years, we've now grown to over 8 billion people on planet Earth. And by the year 2040, we will double that number to over 16 billion people. That's right, right? Because, we have, people that are getting married and they're having babies, and babies are having babies, and you guess it, it's all about producing after your own kind. So we know that right now, planet Earth has approximately 8 billion people in existence. And as just like we have always experienced, there's always challenges that we face in life, right? We face the challenges of confidence, self-worth, happiness, health, finances. Yes, there are people struggling right now to pay their bills. They're wondering how in God's name are they going to be able to survive this pandemic of 2020. Remember, over 80,000 businesses have closed their doors forever. So those were employees. People work for those companies, and they're no longer employed. We saw up to 46 million people file for unemployment. That is an unprecedented number. We've never seen it that high in the history of America. But multiply that by all of the countries around the world, and you realize that we got a major issue that's happening right here. And so what has happened is a lot of people have sat back and said, well, man, is there more? Do you ever feel like that? That you were meant to do something more than just running from job to work, from home to work, in the rat race? You're working to pay bills. That's all that you've been doing all your life. You get your paycheck, you got to pay rent, you got to pay light bill, cable bill, gas bill, food bill, and then the weekend comes on Sunday, and before you know it, you're starting to feel really, really bad because you got to get up and do it all over again. In fact, 85% of the workforce, according to the 2017 Gallup poll, 85% of you who are working hard every day are not happy or fulfilled at their jobs. You absolutely dread getting up every day. Have you ever pushed the snooze button so many times to where when it finally came back after 5 or 6 times of hitting that snooze button, and you finally say to yourself, I got to face the music, man. I got to get up and go to work because I got to pay my bills. In fact, there's a scripture in the Bible says if a man doesn't work, he can't eat. But the problem is 85% of the workforce out there are not happy with their jobs. That is a fact. Okay, you're in the rat race. You're in rush hour traffic getting to work, rush hour traffic getting back home. You get home, you eat dinner, you play with your kids, you spend time with your significant other, and then you go to bed and you get up and do it all over again. How many people out there are living for the weekend? How many of you know that, there's 7 days in a week? So why just live for 2 days out of the week instead of live for 7 days out of the week? Y'all don't hear me tonight, all right? Our story is simple. We empower people. We build better lives. We give meaning and purpose. It's why so many people who have tapped into our partner company are experiencing success that they never thought possible. That's our story, right? We have a mission here. Our company is on a mission to enrich, to empower, and to educate over 1 million families worldwide by the year 2021. Let me say that one more time. Out of 8 billion people on planet Earth, our mission is to, just from the first start, just to get things going, we want to empower, impact, enrich, and educate over 1 million families worldwide. And we're going to do that through our partner company. Who is our partner company? I Am Mastery Academy is our partner company. And this is a company that has we're breaking records every day. And we're gonna talk about that in a second, all right? But let me get on the subject of the fact that there are 4 different ways that you can make money. There's only 4, okay? Legal ways, I might add. Let me qualify that by saying 4 different legal ways to make money. And we all want to be on the right side of the law. All right. 60% of those of you that are out there working hard every day for someone else, you make up 60% of that market. 60% of the world population are employed. In other words, you go to work, you provide your services, and then every week, every 2 weeks, or once a month, or however often you get paid, you get a paycheck in exchange for your services that you provide to the company you work for. All right. Now, listen, most of us, if not a major majority of us, had to start our lives out, especially in our adult lives, by working for someone. I can clearly remember working for a restaurant when I was 13 years old. And I was happier than a kid in front of a Christmas tree because I was earning money. But I had to work like 12 to 14 hours a day just to get a measly paycheck. At that time, it was $2.10 an hour for my time on my work, blood, sweat, and tears. Okay. I mean, you got to work, right? So that's what we are accustomed to doing. In fact, most of us, when we were teenagers, we go out and we start working for fast food restaurants just so we can get the experience of working and understand the value of a dollar, right? 35% of the world population are self-employed. In other words, they have said to themselves, I want to be my own boss. We're talking about people who own salons, beauty salons, people who are barbers, people who are lawn care professionals, attorneys, doctors, right? 35% of the workforce out there are self-employed. We're talking about small and medium-sized businesses, right? These self-employed individuals have to go to work every day. They don't have a benefits package. They don't have vacation pay. They work for themselves. The problem with that is if you don't go to work, you don't get paid. At least as an employee, you got 2 weeks vacation, right? You got sick pay. You got, FMLA if you need that, things of that sort. But as a self-employed individual, you are in charge of yourself. And you have to be on top of your game as a self-employed individual. That's 95% of the workforce right there. But what's interesting is 95% of the world's workforce, that being 60% employees and 35% self-employed. Did you know that 95% only share in 5% of the world's wealth, the entire world's wealth? Only 5% is shared amongst the 95%. Now let's talk about the other side of this cash flow here. The third way to make money is to be a business owner. A business owner, that makes up 4% of the entire global workforce. 4% are business owners. These are people who own businesses that work and function whether they're there or not. All right. In other words, they're making money while they sleep. They're making money while they're on vacation. They make money while they're reading the newspaper in the morning time because they have invested in a business that has a system. Case in point, a McDonald's franchise. If you're fortunate enough to have a couple of $1 million, right, to buy a McDonald's franchise, you as the business owner now have the blueprint that McDonald's have laid out for decades. You then go and hire managers who then hire employees, and the managers and employees run that business on your behalf as a business owner. You put up the money to buy the franchise, and then you hire employees to work and run that business. You now have tapped into a business system. You are now a business owner. And the fourth way to make money is to become an investor. Investors invest in stocks, in equities, and commodities. They invest in real estate. They invest in things that we're talking about right now in the foreign exchange market. They invest in other amazing tangible income producing assets. In other words, their money is working for them instead of them working for their money. Warren Buffett, who is one of the most respected investors in the world, one of the richest people in the world, is if you do not find a way, right, to make money while you're sleeping, you will work for the rest of your life. Okay, that's Warren Buffett. Now, 4% are business owners, 1% are investors. That makes up 5% of the workforce. Now, here's what's amazing. 5% of the workforce make up 95 and share in 95% of the world's wealth. 5% share in 95% of the world's wealth. And then 95%, that's the self-employed individuals and employees, share in only 5% of the wealth. Now, which side of this cash flow stream do you want to be on? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Now, I am not telling you to quit your job, all right? Because the fact of the matter is you need your jobs to pay your bills, right? I'm not telling you to stop being a self-employed individual. You need to continue to do what you have worked hard to earn and to learn a craft, whether you're a doctor, an attorney, a beautician, a barber, or a lawn care professional, or whatever you do as a self-employed individual, you have worked hard to acquire the skill set so that you can be in business for yourself. All right. So I'm not telling you to leave that side of the quadrant necessarily. But what I am saying to you is you need to open your mind to becoming a business owner and or investor. And that's what we're talking about here in this conversation. So how do we help you to become an investor? How do we help you to get into that 1% of that cash flow quadrant there? We're talking about the world's largest financial market in existence. The foreign exchange market, ladies and gentlemen, has been in existence for over 2,000 years. That's right. It's nothing new. It's where people exchange money every single day. And the beautiful thing is now you can do it digitally. You don't have to have physical money to exchange. You can literally exchange money from the push of a button on your smartphone, your laptop, your computer, or your iPad. Now, guess how many zeros are in a trillion? All right. Over 12 zeros. Now, we are experiencing unbelievable daily transactions in the foreign exchange market. Upwards of 5 to 6.6 trillion dollars a day. Let me say it again. Every single day in the foreign exchange market, there's 5.3 to 6.6 trillion dollars a day in financial transactions taking place. What do I mean when I say financial transactions? I'm talking about, let's say, like you as a consumer, right? When you travel out of the country and you go to Europe and you're exchanging your US dollars for Euro dollars. At the moment of that exchange, there is a spread or an exchange rate that's paid, right? Now, corporations do business with other businesses worldwide. Banks do business with other businesses worldwide. Governments do business with other governments worldwide. And this is happening 24 hours a day, approximately 5.5 days a week. The market opens at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, and it closes at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday. So in other words, every single day, money is changing hands. And every time money changes hands, ladies and gentlemen, therein lies the opportunity to make money. That is amazing. Okay. Absolutely phenomenal. Everybody needs money. So a market you can exchange in without owning physical money. You can literally do this from your smartphone or from your laptop or from your iPad or tablet. Now, the second part of what we do and introduce to the masses is what we call digital currencies. Digital currencies. This came on the scene in 2009, so it's just over 10 years old. But yet it is fastly becoming a $1 trillion a year industry. What are digital currencies? We're talking about Bitcoin, talking about Litecoin, Ethereum, Ripple. If you haven't been living under a rock over the past 10 years, chances are you may have heard about Bitcoin, where you can literally buy a cup of coffee with Bitcoin. You can buy a house, a car with Bitcoin. You can send Bitcoin to people all over the world. In fact, governments are now creating their own cryptocurrency. It is here to stay, ladies and gentlemen. You know, back in 2012, check this out. One Bitcoin was worth $4. This is 2020. So 8 years later, one Bitcoin is worth over $10,000. In the next 3 to 5 years, experts predict that one Bitcoin will be worth in excess of $100,000 or more. Now, what if you had the opportunity to learn about this and take advantage of cryptocurrency, where you can invest in cryptocurrency, right, and hold it for the long term and become a millionaire over time? In fact, if you had bought, right, $100 worth of Bitcoin in 2010, when Bitcoin was worth literally 7 cents of coin, in 2020, 10 years later, you will be worth over several million dollars with a one-time $100 investment. That's correct, folks. Now, the good thing is cryptocurrency is only beginning to get started. It's becoming global forms of payment with everyday purchases everywhere. This is the people's money, okay? And the people's money is in charge of the people, you and I, worldwide. And now banks, governments, large corporations are adapting to this new form of payment called cryptocurrency. And you can actually trade it as well without owning any physical money. Do you understand the power of what I'm sharing with you tonight? Ladies and gentlemen, do you ever wish that you could have maybe invested in Google before Google became a global phenomenon? Or Amazon before Amazon became a global phenomenon? What if you were one of the early investors, right, in Uber, right, or Lyft? What if you were an early investor, right, in all of these companies that were just started just in the last 20 years? You'd be a multimillionaire. The problem is no one told you about the opportunity. I am here tonight to tell you about this opportunity that can literally make you millions upon millions. This is no play game here, folks. This is not a scam. I don't have time to waste with scams, and neither do you, right? So everything I'm sharing with you are factual, okay? Now, I also want to say that past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading, like anything, can be risky. In fact, getting out of the bed in the morning can be risky because you can get out of bed and break your ankle. You can get in your car to go to work and have a car accident. Everything in life has a level of risk. But what we want to do here at I Am Mastery Academy is teach you a lifetime skill to where once you learn this lifetime skill, you can mitigate or minimize that risk and maximize your earning potential. All right. This is what we're all about. We're all about education. We master the markets, knowing how to build real wealth and freedom. So we have several academies that we make available to you. I Am Mastery Academy is the largest online educational platform for foreign exchange and cryptocurrency worldwide. Hands down. We now have over 300,000 active subscribers on our platform. And we will be reaching over 1 million subscribers within the next 12 months, okay? That is absolutely happening. Our second academy is what we call the High Frequency Mastery Academy. This is where you will learn how to trade binary options, where you can literally make money within minutes. That's right. You can get in on a trade, whether it's a buy or sell, and through our teaching platform and through our master traders, we're going to guide your hand and show you how to identify entry points and exit points so that when you exit the point of that trade, whether it's a buy or sell, you can potentially earn money, right? Very powerful academy that we have available. And then, of course, our Digital Currency Mastery Academy, where we deal with cryptocurrency, teaching you how to invest, where to invest, how to store your cryptocurrency, and even more importantly, how to trade in the cryptocurrency market. You can literally make money by pushing buttons from your phone or your laptop every single day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, trading in the cryptocurrency market. It's unbelievable. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm so jacked to the ceiling about what we're doing because we're empowering lives. And then, of course, our fourth academy is teaching you how to tap into the business side of I Am Mastery Academy. In other words, you're going to become a home-based business owner, an independent business owner, or IBO. This is totally optional. But I'm going to highly encourage you to take full advantage of that side of our company as well. And we'll show you why. All right. Now we have access to over 100 educators from all around the world. And we make sure that they all can speak in several different languages: English, German, Spanish, Polish, you name it, right? We've got over 100, now I think over 160 educators worldwide. That's literally available to you 24 hours a day. And even if you can't get in on our live sessions, guess what? You can go in and look at the archive videos that are there for your taking and for your asking, so that you can learn from the master traders. These master traders are the best of the best around the world, hands down. There's no one better. I can assure you of that. In fact, we got great traders right now that teach in high frequency Forex and binary options trading and cryptocurrency trading and regular Forex trading. In fact, we have proprietary software with built-in algorithms that you can only gain access to through I Am Mastery Academy that will help you to identify entry and exit points on your trade. And guess what, folks? Even if you're on the go, even if you're on your lunch break, if you're sitting on the beach, you know, you're at a restaurant, you can open your phone up, and whenever we send you a trade alert to give you a trade idea, you can, at your discretion, open that trade alert, take action, and program that trade into your brokerage account. We do not, let me say it one more time, we do not, I Am Mastery Academy, we do not trade for you. We don't manage your money. We teach you how to manage your own money in your own individual brokerage accounts. That is powerful, folks, and we give you a lifetime skill that once you learn it, no one will be able to take it from you. Choose from several products and academies that we have to help you with your trading experience. Our success stories are overwhelming. All right, overwhelming. We're in over 120 countries worldwide. All right, over 300,000 subscribers. We've got people, ladies and gentlemen, who've never, ever even finished high school, who worked at fast food restaurants, who even have college degrees. We've got people who've got PhDs. We've got people who've gone to Penn State, and we've got people who came out of the state pen. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter your color, your social economic background. We've got people all over the world, right, who are learning the skill set and making money and changing their lives forever. It's absolutely phenomenal. That's who I Am Mastery Academy is. Now, you're asking the question, Andre, what does the cost? What's the investment? Well, the investment is in you. All right. You cannot put a dollar amount on investing in yourself, because we're learning a lifetime skill here, ladies and gentlemen, that once you learn it, no one can take it from you. You're going to school. This is an academy. This is an online academy. Now, I want you to compare our tuition against any online educational platform, right? I want you to compare it against your traditional educational platforms. If you want to go to a four-year college, can you imagine how much your tuition would be, especially now? In fact, there's over $1.6 trillion, $1.6 trillion of student loan debt that's out there. Kids are going to school because that's what we've been taught to do, right? They get their degrees and then they're in debt for God knows how long, right? With the student loans. Okay. We have an online educational platform that basically for a cup of coffee a day that you can tap into. For startup costs of $234.95 and $174.95 a month, that is your monthly tuition, ladies and gentlemen, to tap into the world's largest online educational platform that will teach you a lifetime skill to make you profitable, more profitable than you can imagine. Okay. We also have a high frequency academy. Should you choose to go and just focus on binary options, starter cost $234.95 and $174.95 a month is your monthly tuition. All right. And then our digital currency academy. Should you choose to just focus only on cryptocurrency, how to buy crypto, how to store crypto, how to trade crypto. Well, that academy will teach you all of that for a starter cost of $234.95 and $174.95 a month thereafter. Or if you want to take advantage of all of our academies through the Elite Academy package, The startup cost is $324.95 and $274.95 a month. That way you have access to everything the I Am Mastery Academy offers. Okay. Now listen, there are a la carte services that you can also add to your package, whichever package you choose, or should you choose the elite package, most of what you see here you'll have access to. Okay, it's very powerful, very powerful. Now let me ask you a question. If you were in a position where I offer you, or our company, our partner company offers you a scholarship program, you would be inclined to take advantage of that, wouldn't you? Because nothing beats free. Okay. Can you imagine going to Harvard or Yale for 4 years and not have to pay the tuition? Can you imagine going to any college, any university around the world? And they tell you, well, you know, all you have to do, Joe, is just refer two people who also become students at our college, our academy, and your tuition is waived. Wouldn't that be a great deal? What if Harvard or Yale or Princeton, right, or some of our Ivy League schools, if you qualify, you know, from an academic level, will say to you, all you got to do is refer two people to come to Harvard with you, and we're going to waive your tuition. Wouldn't that be awesome? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a built-in scholarship program at I Am Mastery Academy, where we're going to teach you a skill set that, quite honestly, and I have to be real honest about this, okay? When you learn this lifetime skill set, the income, the potential to generate profits and income that you're going to generate, that we've seen happen in this company from our traders, our student traders, and even those who participate on the other side of the company, I tell you, there's no comparison. I mean, we've got people making incomes that rivals that of professional athletes, right? Doctors and attorneys and beyond. And that's the real truth of the matter. So just by referring two people who say, hey, man, you know, look, I want to go to school with you too. I want to learn this lifetime skill as well. I Am Mastery Academy will then waive your monthly tuition as long as those two referrals stay active. Now, that's pretty powerful, folks. I don't know how I can get better than that. I really don't. Now, let's talk about the other side of our company, and then we'll be done for tonight. Now, listen, this is totally optional, but I highly, highly recommend that you participate on this side of the company as well. We have over 70%, close to 80% of all of our subscribers who are only students. They only want to trade, and for good reason, because once we learn, you teach you this lifetime skill, you can make as much money as you want to spend. All right. That's the truth of the matter. But we also want to introduce to you this side of our company, and this is how to become an independent business owner. Remember, 4% of the workforce are business owners because they own systems that will pay them whether they're present or not, that will pay them while they're sleeping. That's called leverage, 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 passive income, money that you make while you're sleeping. All right. So you're going to make money while you're trading. You can make money while you're sleeping trading, but you can also make money as an independent business owner through a passive income source through I Am Mastery Academy. Now, think about this. You refer people who also want to learn this lifetime skill. We've got millions upon millions upon millions of people all around the world that's desperately seeking an opportunity to make their financial situation better, to improve their personal economy. And simply by you simply reaching out through a DM message or a text message or a phone call and say, hey, I've got a way where you can multiply your money right from your phone, just like the banks do. Would you like to find out more? And the answer more than not is yes. What are you talking about? How do you multiply your money? And we simply send them a video, plug them into our online webinars, and the rest is history, okay? And for every person you refer, right, you get a $25 upfront referral bonus, up to $50 if they should enroll in the elite package. And then here's where the real magic comes in becoming an independent business owner for I Am Mastery Academy. Once you refer 3 people, you then upgrade to what we call a I Am Platinum 150. In other words, I Am Mastery Academy is going to send you $150 a month or $37.50 every week for those 3 referrals. That's residual income, folks. That will help to offset your costs of being a student in I Am Master Academy. Now, what happens is over the course of time and just through organic, you know, action and just through organic flow, we start to see where if you share it with somebody, guess what they're going to do? They're going to share with somebody too, because we have the most powerful online educational platform in the world. So if you refer three, let's say, and let's say those three refer three, you have a total of 12 students, subscribers that are now a part of your online business. You then become an I Am Platinum 600. At that point, you're making $600 a month from I Am Mastery Academy, approximately $150 a week. Now, stop right there, folks. That's a $7,200 a year raise you just given yourself simply by sharing it with a few people who do the same thing. Now, I want you to consider this. If you go to your job tomorrow and say, hey, boss, I need a $7,200 a year raise. I want you to tell me how that worked out for you, okay? All right, because more times than not, the boss is gonna, close the door in your face. A $7,200 a year raise, are you kidding me? Not gonna happen, right? But with I Am Master Academy, just by referring a few people who do the same, you've just given yourself a $7,200 a year raise. Now, what if those three who sponsored three and enrolled three also did the same thing? Now you have a total of 30 people, 30 students who are learning what you're learning in your business. You didn't bring them all in. You just talked to a few who talked to a few, and you already know the progression, right? Word of mouth is the most powerful form of producing business. That's why I Am Mastery Academy chose this platform, chose this method of business. Instead of spending millions and hundreds of millions of dollars on commercials and TV ads and Super Bowl ads, I Am Mastery Academy said, look, we want to give a substantial portion of our revenue as a company back to the people that's helping us to build our company and our brand. So you as an IBO will benefit from that tremendously the moment you decide to activate that part of this company. Now, as a Platinum 1000, you're making $1,000 a month. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that's $12,000 a month according to my math. A $12,000 a year raise. Talk about economic stimulus package. How would you like that as an economic stimulus? $1,000 a month, $250 a week that you don't have to punch a time clock for. Here's what we suggest when you get to that level, because now you're participating in one of the most powerful wealth strategies on planet Earth, and that's called OPM. You're using the power of OPM. What is OPM? Other people's money. I Am Mastery Academy is going to give you money because you help build I Am Mastery Academy. And in return, you can take that money and make money with that money. In other words, folks, if you got $1,000 a month check coming in your mailbox, in your bank account, you can take that $1,000, trade with it, buy Bitcoin with it, invest in it, pay bills with it. Are you following what I'm saying here? These are very powerful levels, but it gets even better and better. Because as a person who's involved in our compensation side of this company, you can make anywhere from $150 a month all the way to $750,000 a month as a chairman, 750. Now, you might say to yourself, Andre, is that really true? Is it really possible? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got people. We have over 400 people in our company who decided to participate on this side of the company, and they're making in excess of $10,000 a month on upwards of over $1 million a month in residual income. These are facts, okay? I don't have time to play here. I don't have time to lie to you. I'm telling you what I know. We've got kids who are less than 25 years old who's making more money in 1 month than most people make in 20 or 30 years of working. Now, those are facts, all right? You can take it or leave it, but I'm telling you what's available to you through I Am Mastery Academy. This compensation plan is unmatched, and we have all of the proof to show that. But more importantly, more than the proof, we want it to be real for you. We want this to be your economic reality. And should you decide to join I Am Mastery Academy, folks, you can pay off your debt. You can learn to trade. You can save money. You can change your life. And that is exactly what we're all about: enriching, empowering, and educating over 1 million families worldwide. All right, I Am Mastery Academy is breaking the records all over the place, folks. It is unbelievable what we're experiencing. I'm telling you, I'm very honored to be a part of this movement. This is great wealth transfer that's happening. We're showing you how to tap into the largest financial market. We're giving you access to over 160 master traders who are all financially independent because of this platform. Okay. People who never knew anything about Forex trading are now 7-figure, 6-figure, 8-figure, and even 9-figure traders. That's right. You heard me correct. Right. You have the opportunity to do the same thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that you have come to a conclusion in your own mind to say, what I've been doing over the past 5, 10, 20, 30 years is not getting me to where I want to be. So the only question you got to ask yourself is, what are you prepared to do to make tomorrow different from yesterday? Because the decisions you make today will impact your life 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. I don't want you to sit in your rocking chair 30 years from now, 40 years from now, and say, man, I remember when that guy, that good looking guy, was online talking about this Forex thing and I Am Mastery Academy, and I did not take advantage of it. I don't want you to play that game of regret. I don't want you to pay that price. I want you to take very seriously what I'm saying to you, because it's happening. This wealth transfer is happening. This economic empowerment movement, this financial revolution is happening as we speak through our partner company, I Am Mastery Academy. I'm very proud to be a part of that. So get back with the person that invited you to this call tonight, or better yet, go to www.alerts4cash.com. Alerts, number 4, cash.com to get more information. I'm Andre Hayden, your host for tonight, and I want to thank you so much for your time. Everybody, please have a great night, and let's go ahead and get started in building your future for tomorrow by taking action with this opportunity that's unprecedented. God bless you all and have a great night.